Hello guys, welcome. Welcome if you're here for the first time, welcome if you're coming back. Got a quick little video. We're about to take on a Behemoth for the first time actually. So I don't even know what they look like at this point when I'm playing. But this was one hell of a fight. Now, I'm not going to give any spoilers whether we win or lose, but it was quite intense. So take these guys out before we get there. At this point, I didn't even know what I was charging into, but yeah, I tell you, it was a hell of a fight. And well, I suppose a slight spoiler is I was not quite prepared. I was not quite prepared for the contention, that we received. Anyway, I jumped on this game, just playing this, chilling out. Even though this was a bit of a stressful combat mission, man, today was a hell of a day. I don't want to sound like, I'm making a dear diary here. A hell of a day. Yeah, because I've mentioned it before. Like, if you're involved in cryptocurrency, 95% of people get burnt. Man, today, I think fucking 100% of people got burnt. So if you know, I'm not going to go into a long story, but it was such a huge fall in the markets, man. Thousands of dollars gone, wiped. Including me. So heaps of potential that I could have taken and I didn't take. And then you try and go back in and then you fail. It's a bit like playing this game sometimes. You try a mission that is just way over your head and you fail and then you just try again. But I suppose the only thing you're losing here is time. You're not quite losing income, man. But anyway, we're building up to this, so bear with me. I didn't just want to cut straight to it. I suppose there's a bit of tension, there's a bit of vlogging going on with my commentary. So I really tried to use synchronized shots, and then I look down at where this Behemoth's meant to be and I think, there's nothing here. There's going to be a walk in the park. I switched to night vision, finally located it, and at this point I still honestly thought a couple of rounds, maybe a couple of RPG rounds, straight to the face kind of thing. It should be a piece of cake, should be a walk in the park. Now, just a reminder, we are playing on custom difficulty, but it's only custom because we've got our stamina set to regular, as opposed to draining quickly, I believe, or draining fast. Not sure what the expression is, but our health still. Yeah, this is where I knew. this is where I knew I made a mistake in this investment. This was probably going to be more than I could take on. The way that Behemoth just absolutely nuked me from afar. But the video goes on because we pressed on and we slide down here with minimal health. Mind you, like I said, health regeneration is slow. And we are really, really underprepared. Underprepared in the sense of we just got rifles, a couple of RPGs, and it still hadn't really dawned on me that this thing can take a tremendous amount of damage. So I think I used the synchronized shots there because I feel like, well, they hit harder than my shots. But that thing, this is where I felt it. This is where I knew. I'm like, yeah, look at that splash radius too, of that red zone indicator of the splash radius of where it drops mortars. And then when the RPG barely did anything right there, that's when I knew that this was a lost cause. But we kept fighting, and this is why the video keeps rolling, because I'm proud of the fight that we put up here, especially since they called in reinforcements. So I tried to sync shoot them because I just got no time. I'm just complete disarray here, trying to hide from this maniac of a T-1000, let's call it. That did not do any damage. So I'm hoping our allies inflict some hits too. Again, I'm just trying to sink the enemies. I got no time to take them out. I'm just too busy trying to avoid. Look at how huge this splash radius is now. I rolled out of that again. But we're limping, you know, we're in bad shape here. And the amount of health that Berserker still has. Again, land a critical hit and it just barely scratches it.
Hell yeah. Hostile, there.
I was thinking of trying to use mines, but there was just no way to get close enough. And, you know, we essentially resort to the M4. We're starting to use rifles here. It all starts getting centered around this tower, just trying to use it as cover to stay in the fight. More mortars incoming, trying to get out of the splash radius.
Watch out for mortars!
Way too overexposed just to get a grenade out there. Not my best move. Starting to get a little desperate here, so we find some cover to be able to use bandages. It's almost like, you know, the Berserk intentionally gave us some reprieve until it just drops more mortars on us.
Sending mortars our way. Nomad, we need to check those fast. Roger, moving.
You know, at this point I'm shocked I'm still in the fight. They're calling in reinforcements too. You know, you got infantry reinforcements, you got drone reinforcements. I'm starting to get hit from multiple angles. It's not just the Berserker. But like I said, you know, the video keeps rolling, we're still staying in the fight. This was one of the funnest combat experiences I've had in this game, which is why I chose to upload this video. As difficult as it was, as ridiculous as it was, just constantly dodging barrages of machine gun fire and mortars, going into this crevasse to just try and find some space, create some distance, give ourselves some separation. I think at this point, as you can see, our allies are just completely down. I think all of them are down. Maybe one of them is still up and running, but our ally, no, they're all down. All three allies are down at this point. So we've got absolutely no synchronized fire cover if we need it. No, like I said, man, today was a hell of a day. This was such a good stress relief. It's so fun making these videos. I really enjoy it. For the few people that watch it, I do appreciate it. For those of you who have seen the movie Wall Street, you know exactly what I'm talking about by stressful day. I ain't claiming to be Gordon Gekko, but shit, man. Wins are wins and losses sting as much as anything. Anyway, here. Yeah, that's all we got. That's all we got at this point. We just got the M4. I feel like it's doing something, but it's doing so very little of anything. And, you know, you look at the contrast of the damage that I receive. So here I thought I got a bit of space, a bit of separation, but I exposed myself way too much just to try and revive an ally. And I think we just get mortars dropped right on us. Or on us straight away, and I think the ally, yeah, he's down. He's pretty much down instantly, so a lot of health wasted, basically a syringe wasted trying to revive the ally for no apparent reason, and every single time I try and get a grenade out, it's just overexposure. I mean, the game is telling me to fall back at this point. You've had enough. Like, this fight is unwinnable. And with the M4, yeah, I just felt like if I can keep circling, if I can keep rolling out of the mortars, I thought maybe there's a chance that I can go invisible, just using the last resort kind of tactics to try and get intimate, but even that didn't work. It just seems to continuously know where to drop the mortars. It just keeps popping them off in my location. I feel like there's no way I can get close. There's so much separation between us that I can't go invisible, get close, and put mines down and drop C4s onto the Berserker. So this is the best thing that I got. You know, just keep using M4 ammunition, trying to switch to the sniper again, copping way too much heat. But again, this was one of the funnest battles because it was just so intense. It just kept on going. It wasn't one of those combat situations where you got a break. It's just constant pressure, and I really enjoy that in video games, especially this kind of game. But as you can see, desperation will only get you so far. You know, you got an M4. We're out of grenades at this point. I think we're about to get mortars dropped right on us, but you know, we got enough cover to survive and bandage ourselves. But unfortunately, even though it felt like we kept trying to pick it off, we even resorted to flash grenades. Mortars dropped right on our heads again. Yeah, the flash grenades were just an act of desperation. But what really ended us here was the freaking drone that you're about to see flying in. And that's going to pretty much wrap up the video. I feel like if the drone didn't rock up, the way we're going about it, using this tower for cover against mortar fire, we could have stayed in the fight. And here, I just got a little desperate, I think. Didn't quite, yep, see, I could have survived if I stayed in cover, but I'm about to come out of it. And that drone coming in ruined everything. But this was a hell of a fight, this was fun. I felt like uploading this video because of the intense combat. Now I appreciate you watching, and unfortunately, that's as far as we get.